Man, this just went down. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese going at it. More so, Angel Reese going at Caitlin Clark.
Angel Reese must have thought she could step into the Gainbridge Fieldhouse, puff out her chest, and flex some intimidation magic on Caitlin Clark. The cameras were rolling, the energy was tense, and the sky needed a spark. But what happened instead? Oh, buckle up, because we're talking about one of the most embarrassing backfires in recent WNBA memory. See, Reese tried to pull a power move after a third-quarter foul that, by all accounts, was routine in any high-stakes basketball game. But this wasn't just any game. This was Caitlin Clark's return to the big stage. The arena was already buzzing. Fans had shown up for a show. They got one. All right, just not the one Angel Reese was hoping to star in. When the dust settled and the final buzzer blared, the scoreboard was screaming. Indiana Fever 93, Chicago Sky 58. A 35-point humiliation served fresh and hot for national television. Caitlin Clark? Oh, she didn't just play well. She made history, becoming the first player in WNBA history to record a triple-double in a season opener. You could practically hear the jaws hitting the floor in Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Let's rewind for a second to the moment that changed everything. Third quarter. Indiana already had a comfortable lead. The momentum was theirs. The crowd was feeling it. The Fever were clicking on all cylinders when Angel Reese decided she wanted to shift the narrative after a pretty blatant shove to get rebounding position on Natasha Howard. And yes, let's call it what was. Reese hauled down an offensive rebound. At that exact moment, Caitlin Clark saw the play developing and stepped in to stop the easy two. It was a quick foul, a smart strategic take foul, as Clark later called it. Nothing dirty, nothing excessive. Basketball 101. The referees originally agreed a common foul. But wait, hold everything. The officials huddled. They reviewed the replay. And in a twist that would change the course of the night, the foul was upgraded to a flagrant one. And just like that, the energy in the building flipped. Booing erupted from Fever fans. People were furious. Flagrant. Really? Clark, ever the composed competitor, stayed cool. She later told reporters it was just a simple take foul. Nothing malicious. But Angel Reese wasn't buying it. As soon as the call was upgraded, Reese marched toward Clark. Her face said it all. She was heated, shoulders squared, eyes locked. This wasn't about the foul anymore. It was about sending a message. Reese was standing her ground, making a point. But oh, sweet irony, that statement would blow up in her face in a way she never could have imagined. Now, let's talk about team dynamics. Because what happened next wasn't just a Caitlin Clark moment. It was an Indiana Fever moment. Aaliyah Boston, the team's frontcourt anchor and emotional leader, stepped in immediately. No hesitation. She put herself between Clark and Reese, sending a message of her own. Asterisk, not today. Not on my court. Asterisk. That move earned Boston a technical foul. But you know what else it earned her? The undying respect of fans, teammates, and basketball purists everywhere. It was the clearest signal yet that this Fever team isn't just Caitlin and the crew. They're a unit, a family, a battalion ready to go to war for one another. Meanwhile, the Chicago bench erupted, probably thinking this confrontation might finally throw Clark off her rhythm. Players stood. Coaches clapped. You could almost hear them whispering, asterisk, this is our chance. Asterisk, spoiler alert, it absolutely wasn't. What happened in the next 15 minutes wasn't just a basketball clinic. It was a psychological masterclass. Reese had unknowingly awakened something deep inside Clark. Not fear, not hesitation, but fire. Clark responded the only way she knows how, by torching the sky. On the very next possession, she calmly brought the ball up the floor, called for screen, and nailed a deep three. Boom. Crowd goes berserk. Message delivered. Asterisk, I'm still here. Asterisk. What followed was a symphony of domination. Clark wasn't just scoring. She was everywhere, hitting no-look passes, draining threes, blocking shots, grabbing rebounds over taller players, reading passing lanes like a seasoned vet. She finished with 20 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists, plus 4 blocks and 2 steals, a stat line that might just be framed in the Fever locker room by the end of the season. It was Clark's revenge, and it was glorious. The Gamebridge crowd fed off it. Every Clark bucket sent shockwaves through the stands. Every defensive stop brought fans to their feet. The arena had transformed into a thunderstorm of roars and applause. And yet, amidst all this chaos, Angel Reese stood defeated. Her plan? Completely shattered. Her body language told the story. Shoulders slumped, eyes scanning the bench for answers that wouldn't come. She wasn't mad anymore. She was lost. Her frustration had turned inward. Look, let's not sugarcoat it. Reese has talent. She has presence. But on this night, she played checkers while Caitlin Clark played 4D chess. Even worse, Reese wasn't just outplayed. She was part of a total team collapse. Because while the headlines will focus on Clark's triple-double, the Fever's entire roster was cooking. Let's start with Aaliyah Boston. After her technical, she went full beast mode, dominated the paint, finished with 19 points, 13 rebounds, and 5 blocks. She erased shot after shot and bullied the Sky's front court into submission. Reese couldn't handle her. Camila Cardoso neutralized. Chicago had no presence inside. Then came Natasha Howard. In her Fever debut, the veteran forward showed why Indiana went all in on her. With 15 points and a commanding presence on both ends, she brought championship-level poise to this young squad. Her ability to space the floor, hit jumpers, and defend the perimeter made her an essential piece of this masterclass. But wait, we're not done. Enter Lexi Hull, the X Factor. Off the bench, Hull brought pure chaos, energy, hustle, nearly finished with a double-double, 9 points, 9 rebounds, and played way above her role, diving for loose balls, hitting big shots, outworking everyone. She might not be a household name yet, but this performance, it put the league on notice. The Sky, meanwhile, fell apart. They shot 29.1% from the field and 22.2% from 3. At one point, it felt like they couldn't hit the side of a barn. Layups? Missed. Open threes? Air balls? Turnovers? Constant. Courtney Vandersloot, their veteran point guard, had 5 turnovers and only 3 assists. Camila Cardoso, just 4 points on 2 of 9 shooting. It was, frankly, a disaster. And when the buzzer finally sounded, the reality was unavoidable. The Indiana Fever had delivered their largest season-opening win in franchise history. A 35-point drubbing that sent a message loud and clear to the rest of the WNBA. Asterisk, this isn't just Caitlin Clark's team. This is a squad, a problem, a force to be reckoned with. Asterisk. And as the camera panned across the Sky, bench one last time, it lingered on Reese's face. The same face that had marched toward Clark earlier, full of defiance. Now, it held only one thing, regret. She tried to rattle the cage. Instead, she unleashed the beast. This wasn't just a win. It was a warning. Try us if you want to, but you better come correct. Final score, Fever 93, Sky 58. Caitlin Clark, first ever triple-double in a season opener. Angel Reese, first ever public lesson in poking the wrong bear. So now the question is, do you think Angel Reese deserved it? Was this just heat of the moment drama? Or did she step out of line trying to challenge the league's biggest name? If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more WNBA updates.